the next one. So just for the bent over row, I think some of you are struggling with it a little bit. So obviously the first thing is getting your hip hinge right, which we've obviously been working on. You know, what we're trying to do obviously is we're trying to get our body as horizontal as possible, but what are we looking for? Because you might be limited in terms of how horizontal you can get your body. So what are we aware of? What are we really being careful of when we're hip hinging and getting into position with the bent over row?
Neutral spine, right?
Yeah, then round your back there.
Yep. Neutral spine. Do you all understand that? Yep. No? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's a safety thing, obviously. Yeah. But what we don't want is to end up like this, you know, all hunched over and like no. It feels nice, right? Because it's easy to do that. But you need to be creating tension through all the back extensors to keep you in a safe position, particularly in the lumbar area. Because we don't want to put those discs at risk. Yeah? So it's basically, you know, it's how low or how horizontal you can get your body without completely losing your neutral spine. So for some of you, you may only be able to get to here. You know, you go any lower and it just starts to round. For others who have got very good mobility in that movement pattern, you might be able to get your chest right down over here. Yeah. So. Couple of things. I think some of you are struggling with the path that you're taking with your elbow when you're pulling. So I think something that's happening a fair bit is as you're pulling, your elbows are kind of coming up. If we're looking at the side, directly side on, the elbow is too close to the shoulder. Yeah? And then what happens is your traps, which are these muscles here, at the top, start doing the work. You start feeling tension in the traps. And it's almost like you're hunching and you're leading the movement with these traps. And of course, what we're trying to target is the lats. Yeah, that muscle over here. Yeah, so a little bit lower down. So again, there is a similarity with the chest to floor push-up and the floor press with the shoulder blades. Yeah, so what are we doing with the shoulder blades? Put them in the back pocket. Tucking them in the back pockets. Yeah? So it's the same on the bent over row. Yeah, because what we don't want is to start the movement with the shoulders already coming up. Yeah? As soon as we do that, we've activated the traps and the work is not going where we want it. Yeah? We want it to go in the lats. So the first thing, tuck the shoulder blades into the back pockets. And then obviously, as we know, all pulling movements juice the lemon. Yeah? So there's even more focus on the shoulder blades because as we're pulling, we are proactively trying to squeeze the shoulder blades together as hard as possible. The cue we use is juice the lemon. Imagine there's a piece of lemon between your shoulder blades and you're trying to squeeze all the juice for a Greek salad. Yeah. Try to put it into terms that people can understand without slipping into racial statements.
I thought you were talking to me. I was about to say, that's not me.
Jamaican salads.
Yeah. Jerk chicken, there you go.
Right? So there's a lot of emphasis on the shoulder blades. The elbow path, what you need to be thinking about is taking your elbow back and towards your hips. Yeah? So it's the difference between, see when I did that first pull, my elbow was more out to the side and it was closer to my shoulder. Yeah? So I'm activating the traps. Once my shoulder blades are in the right position, I've tucked them into my back pockets. Shoulders are as far away from me as possible. I need to keep them there. Yeah. So when I'm pulling, if I'm taking my elbow back, it's reinforcing that position. Yeah. And I'm getting, and you know, because the elbow is going further back that way, the effort is going further back that way. It goes from the traps into the lats. Yeah. We need that mind-muscle connection with the lats. Yeah. In terms of with your hands, you know, you have to have a firm grip, obviously, because if you don't, you know, the weight's going to drop. But you're pulling with your elbow, right? Now, where your elbow goes, you just want to allow your hand to go with it without deliberately trying to push it back. Because if you do that, it turns into a tricep exercise. We don't want that. Yeah? So we don't want to feel like it's a physical effort to push your hand back. You're just letting it go where it wants to. Yeah? So it's just going to kind of want to go here, you know, kind of level with your belly button. Yeah? So elbows back. Feel the lats, make sure the shoulder blades are tucked into the back pockets. You're squeezing them together, reducing the lemon. Yeah? Elbows shouldn't be coming out to the side. Yeah? Should be keeping it nice and tight as it goes back. And then feel that that's working.